Hey guys, Allie here. Zach and I are about to hit the road and we're super excited to go someplace new. But little do people know, it takes a lot of work to make sure the van is secure, and we've done all of our housely chores before we can actually go anywhere. So we're gonna take you along today and kind of show you what we have to do and how we tidy up the van before we go somewhere new. First things first, I have to run to the store. Zach and I need a new lock for the fridge in order to make sure none of our food flies out while we're driving. I love having our little car. It's really nice to leave the van parked here if I just need to run out for a few little things. Okay, now that I've gotten what I need, let's get back to the house. Come on in. First, I'm gonna replace this lock with this baby lock. Before I can do anything, I need to remove this old lock. So you see how this just snaps in place? It was pretty difficult to get it off. This is what connects to the other side. So now that that's off, this is on pretty good, and I'm gonna do some prying to get it off. Now that I have the old lock off, I've thrown it away, I'm going to clean the surface. That way I can replace it with the new one. And I'm just gonna use a wet rag to wipe it down. Make sure there's no sticky residue left behind. And then I'm gonna use just a dry paper towel and dry it off. So that way the new lock sticks to it. The one thing I love about these locks is these locks actually come with two. So even though we only use one for the refrigerator because it seems to work like perfectly fine like that, it's nice to have a backup because you never know when one is gonna break on you like the last one did. Okay, I found the easiest way to do this is, so where the ridges are right here, you're going to place the ridges down on here and we'll snap that closed. But first I like to debate on where I want to put it and how long the strap actually needs to be. That means the strap's gonna hang this way, which might be annoying for when we close the door. So I might swap it around. That's probably gonna work just fine like that. I'm gonna take one strip off. I want this piece right here. Pull it as tight as I possibly can and press. And then I'll do the same for this piece right here. Another thing I need to replace are the hooks that actually hold this to the wall. They just fall right off right now. I do want to kind of keep them there as I'm replacing them because it'll allow me to know exactly where they were. So we'll do one at a time. I'm gonna grab the hooks and we'll get started. Okay, so the strips that we use are actually kind of like command hooks. The only thing is I don't use the tacky strip that comes with this brand because for some reason it doesn't adhere to my tile the way that it should. Also pop that one off. And then I know it went right about here. And I try not to use these until we actually are ready to leave. So I'll just slide the basket right up against it and let it adhere for as long as it possibly can. Okay, now that I'm done with those few minor projects, I'm gonna finish packing up this van and get us ready to hit the road. The first thing I need to do is make the bed and make sure I'm securing everything on the shelves that we've just kind of thrown up there. He always says I make myself in the bed, which I kind of do, but I found that that's the easiest way to make the bed look really nice. The last thing we have to do in the back is cut the lights off and close the vent. I'm gonna call for a little help on this one because our light switch is all the way on the other side of my perfectly, beautifully made bed. Hey, do you mind opening the back door for me and cutting the light off and shutting that vent? Thank you.
So when we're sitting for a while, the front tends to be a catch-all for all of our just random stuff we throw up here. So we have to clean it out every so often, especially before we leave.
Before we go anywhere, we have to wash the dishes and make sure the sink is completely clean. That way I can store the things that are laying on the counters. Before we can go anywhere, we like to make sure we empty the gray tank as well.
So the amount of time it takes us to clean up and leave the campsite really depends on how much stuff we've set up and how long we've been here. Things like rolling out the awning or setting up the water hose, for example.
I just bought these fun little things from Walmart. It's like the stickiest stuff in the world, and I swear, it holds the cord like perfectly. Pretty much the only thing that's left is latching the drawers, locking the fridge, cutting the lights off, putting everything in the sink. If it's on a shelf or on a counter, it always goes in the sink. Marley's currently afraid because of the storm. It's okay, baby. Hey, come here. Hey, it's okay. It's just a storm. We're gonna drive out of the storm, yeah? I know, but it's okay. It's a good girl. Oh! Poor little girl's teeth are chattering. The last thing we have to do is load the car up, so I'm gonna drive down to the bottom, meet Zach, and we're gonna load it up on some level ground. If you're curious to see where we're going, you should catch the next video.